This is the hematology lab, the second section, 10:30. Awesome group. That's a paradise. Okay, so we're back to Spun Hct Part 2. I just wanted to tell you guys that in your online course in WebCT, it's not in your learning packet. I didn't have time to get in it. But it's a tab under Unit 1. Oh, did you hear the bell ding and then you heard it kind of slow down? So it's gradually gonna stop running. But this is in your online course, and it's just procedures and tips about the microhematocrit. It talks about the procedure. It goes over some problems that you would have with different types of situations, mechanical or biological sources of error. And the last couple of pages are questions, like a study guide for you. So it's a good idea to go over, read the procedure, and be able to answer the questions before the exam. It's a really good preparation. Okay, let's walk over to the centrifuge. And you hear it kind of slow down. You can slow it down even more by applying the brake. Just hear it a little at a time. If you apply the brake too long, it starts rotating in the opposite direction, so you don't want to do that. So just a couple times. Okay. Now it's down. We've got the safety lid on, so we can pull it up. Yep, that's going to speed it up. Yeah, you get to a point where the brake isn't any good. So we'll take our lid off, safety lid off, put it right there, and you can take your specimens out. If you bring your clay over, you can put them back in the same position in the clay that you used when you took them out. See, we have nice separation. Okay? These are about the same level, but remember, they don't have to be the same level because we're going to be reading hematocrit as a percent. So we'll walk over to the table where we've got our reader. Very good one. Okay. And what we're going to do, I'll show you this one first. You're going to take the clay red cell interface, that's your 0%, okay? And you're going to align it with the 0 on the card. Not the bottom red line, but the 0, okay? So we got that at 0, and then you're going to roll it over until your air plasma interface is at 100%. Okay, got it there. And then I've got to tilt it to read it. And then you're going to read the red cell plasma interface. And on this specimen, you can see a little bit of buffy coat. You want to read below the buffy coat. And I'm getting about a 46 on that one. Pass it around. Got a 46. And that's about as close as you can get on those cards. Maybe we shouldn't go around the whole room while we're videotaping. We'll pull you back. So, my next one should be, what? Right around 46. Okay. So I'm going to 0 it, and then I'm going to roll it. So the plasma air interface is at 100, and I'm going to look at it, and I'm saying, I am good. 46. Okay. So my duplicates matched. I just want to verify that I was plus or minus 3 of my auto crit. And I usually have my TA run the specimen and see how good I am, but she's kind of busy right now videotaping, so we'll decide that later. To use the wheel, okay, what you're going to do is you're still going to align it with the 0. Okay, the clay RBC interface is the 0, and you're going to put it in that slot right there. And then you get to scroll it to where the plasma air interface is at 100, and then you can read it off the reader. And this one looks, I would say 47 on this one. Do you concur? You concur? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so that's the way you read that one. These guys are kind of fun too. The metal wheels tend to run a little bit lower. So you're going to do the same thing. And if all else fails, you know what? The instructions are right on here. You can read how to do it. So it makes it kind of painless. Okay, so we're going to align the RBC clay interface with the black line on the crit tube holder, and then we're going to turn the wheel to 100%, okay, on the bottom. There's two wheels, so then I'm going to take just the top wheel, and I'm going to turn the top wheel to make the line intersect the plasma air interface. Then I'm going to grab both of them, and I'm going to rotate it down to the RBC plasma interface, and I'm reading on this about 44.5. Okay, so you'll get slightly different readings depending on the reader you use. Okay, but try them all out, see which one you like, and that's why I say don't throw the tubes out until we check to see if you're plus or minus 3 the auto. Okay, now typically Spun crits are going to run a little bit higher than the auto crit. Can anybody tell me why, or do you remember from lecture? Yeah, exactly. There's still, no matter how hard and fast and long we spin, there's still going to be a little bit of trapped plasma in there. And if you have abnormal shapes or small red cells, you're going to trap even more plasma. Okay. So tell me which method, the spun crit or the auto, is more accurate.
Auto.
You would think the auto, but as long as you perform this correctly, it's accurate. It's a different methodology. Okay? So when you report out a spun crit, you want to tell them that it's a spun crit. Okay? Because it does make a difference. The Coulter, it calculates the crit, so it doesn't factor in trapped plasma. Okay? But if you do it correctly, they're both accurate, they're both reproducible. Okay? It's just a different way of doing a test. Okay? Any questions? Hopefully I covered everything. Don't forget the little study guide that's online.